Tonight, Gaeng Panang Nuea, the gentlest of the Thai curries, from the heart of Central Thailand, where coconut cream is cooked down into the cracks and beef is folded into a sauce thick enough to cling to the spoon. This is a dry curry, not a soup. Where the curries of the north go without coconut, this one is built entirely upon it. The richness has nowhere to hide. There is no water here, none at all. Only coconut cream, reduced and reduced until its fat splits and runs clear. Rush it and it curdles. Wait for it and it turns to silk. Servings 4. 15 minutes of preparation, 35 minutes of cooking, just under 1 hour in all. 1.5 pounds of beef chuck, sliced thin, 20 ounces of coconut cream, 4 tablespoons of Penang curry paste, 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, 1.5 tablespoons of palm sugar, 6 kaffir lime leaves, 2 tablespoons of peanuts, and 1 red chili for the end. Begin with the beef. Lay the chuck flat on the board. Find the grain, the long fibers running through the meat, and cut across them into thin, bite-sized strips. Against the grain, always. It is the difference between meat that pulls apart and meat that fights back. Now, the secret of the dish. Do not shake the can. You want the thick cream resting at the top. Skim half a cup of it and let it fall into a warm wok. Then simply wait. Stir it slowly as it bubbles and thickens. The water cooks away and the fat begins to separate and crack, releasing a clear, fragrant oil. This is the foundation. Everything else is built on it. Into that split oil, the Penang paste, 4 tablespoons, pressed into the shimmering fat. Fry it gently, 3 minutes, until the kitchen fills with the smell of lemongrass and dried chili and galangal. Then pour the rest of the coconut cream back in, the palm sugar, the fish sauce. Stir until the sugar dissolves completely and the sauce turns deep and glossy and red. Now the beef goes in. Lower the heat as low as it will go and let it simmer, uncovered, 25 minutes. There is nothing to do here but watch. The sauce thickens around the meat. The edges grow dark and sweet. The beef softens slowly, giving itself over to the curry. This is the patient part, the part that cannot be hurried. While it reduces, the kaffir lime leaves. Stack them, roll them, and slice them as thin as you possibly can into fine green ribbons, the center ribs discarded. Crush the peanuts in your palm, and in the final minute, stir half the lime ribbons and the peanuts into the curry. The perfume lifts at once. And then the bowl. A shallow dish, the curry spooned in, thick, not poured. It should mound and hold its shape. Scatter the last of the kaffir lime over the top, a few thin slices of red chili. The sauce clings to the beef, exactly as it should. This is Penang. History and quiet origins. Among all the curries of Thailand, Penang is the gentle one, the mildest, the sweetest. It belongs to the kitchens of the Central Plains, where the coconut palm grows close to the rice. The trick at its heart, cooking coconut cream until the fat breaks and fries the spice paste from within, is older than any recipe ever written down. And the name itself is a small mystery. Some say Penang comes from an old Malay word, panggang, meaning to grill. Others point to a cookbook from more than 100 years ago, which describes a chicken trussed with its legs folded beneath it, crossed, like a figure sitting in quiet meditation so it could be roasted upright and basted again and again in curry. Penang, the cross-legged one. The dish may have begun not as a curry at all, but as a posture. But the curry we know is younger than it tastes. The chili and the peanut did not grow in Asia. They crossed an ocean, carried on Portuguese ships in the 1500s from the far side of the world. Before those sails reached the old Siamese capital, the heat of this kitchen came only from black pepper. The fire we taste now, the deep red of the paste, is a gift from a distant continent. The dish adapted, as dishes always do. Today, Penang is the curry of welcome. It is milder than its cousins, so it is the one set before guests, before children. The dish you cook when you want to please everyone at the table. Not the boldest curry, and never trying to be. Only the kindest. So serve it slowly. A spoon of thick red curry over warm jasmine rice. A few ribbons of lime. Steam rising in the candlelight. Gaeng Panang Nuea is the rarest kind of recipe. One that has gathered the whole world into a single bowl and asked only for patience in return. It survives because it was never trying to be impressive. It was only trying to feed the people who loved it. And the table, at last, is set.